My stepdad just tried to sell my grandma's antique jewelry for a quick profit. Am I the asshole? Okay, Reddit, I need to vent. Seriously. I'm beyond furious and feel completely betrayed by my stepdad Mark, 52 women. This has been brewing for weeks and I finally found out this morning and I'm honestly shaking. So a little background. My mom, Sarah, 50F, remarried Mark about 8 years ago. He's always seemed off. Like a constant undercurrent of something not quite right. He's always been overly complimentary to my mom, bordering on clingy, and he's never really respected her boundaries. There's always been a weird dynamic, and honestly, I've always felt like he's been trying to insert himself into our family in a way that feels wrong. He's also always talked about my grandma, Eleanor, 88F, and her old jewelry, specifically a collection of antique pieces she inherited from her mother. He's constantly asking about it, admiring, and making comments about how valuable it must be. Red flags have been going off in my head for years, but I brushed them aside, hoping I was being paranoid. This morning, I was helping my mom with some organizing in the attic. We were going through some old boxes and I stumbled upon a small, velvet-lined jewelry box. My mom and I both froze. We knew this box held some of Grandma Eleanor's most prized possessions, a Victorian brooch, a string of pearls, a few antique rings. As soon as I opened it, my mom's face drained of color. And then I saw the text messages on Mark's phone, left open on a nearby table. My blood ran cold. The messages were to some guy named Tony, detailing the specific pieces of jewelry, their estimated value, way higher than I've ever heard them valued, and a price he wanted to get for them. He was talking about needing quick cash and how he'd make a killing. The sheer audacity of it, I almost dropped the phone. I confronted Mark immediately. He tried to play it off like he was just exploring options and that he was doing it for our family's benefit. That he thought he could get a good price and use the money for something important. He even had the gall to say my grandma wouldn't mind, that she wanted her treasures to be appreciated. I told him he was being a complete monster, that it was a massive betrayal of my mom and Grandma Eleanor's trust. He got defensive, started yelling about how he was trying to be a provider, and accused me of being ungrateful. He even tried to gaslight me, saying I was overreacting and that I didn't understand the financial pressures he was under. My mom is devastated. She's heartbroken that someone she's married to would do something so selfish and disrespectful. She's been crying nonstop and keeps apologizing to my grandma, who is completely unaware of what happened. She's trying to call Grandma Eleanor, but she's worried about upsetting her. I'm so angry. I feel like I should have seen this coming. I'm worried about what Grandma Eleanor will think when she finds out. I'm worried about Mark's motives. What else has he been doing? This whole situation feels like a massive power grab, a disgusting attempt to control something that doesn't belong to him. I'm seriously considering telling Grandma Eleanor myself, but I'm terrified of the fallout. This has completely shattered my trust in Mark, and honestly, I don't know how my mom is going to navigate this. Edit. Wow, thank you all for the support. I've been reading your comments and I'm actually feeling a little less alone. Several of you have mentioned this is classic narcissistic behavior, and it makes so much sense. I'm going to talk to my mom again tonight and we're going to decide the best way to handle this with Grandma Eleanor. Update. Okay, you guys are not going to believe this. I went over to Mark's place to get some of the jewelry back. He was surprisingly calm, almost smug. As I was leaving, I overheard him on the phone. He was talking to someone about a buyer who was willing to pay a significantly higher price than he'd quoted to Tony. He said something about making a tidy profit and how he was smart. I immediately texted my mom and she called Grandma Eleanor. Grandma Eleanor is absolutely heartbroken and furious. She's told my mom she's cutting Mark off completely and is considering legal action to get the jewelry back. I'm honestly so relieved and vindicated. It feels good to see him get a taste of his own medicine. He's going to be hearing from a lawyer very soon. Karma's a bitch.